Hi, Filter here. Sorry about the lighting. Uh, I was looking through some stuff here, and I can tell you, and it all begins with this. I bought this no quarter earlier this year. I Or was it late last year? Can't really remember. I think it was around. Ooh, yeah. All I know is it was cold outside and I needed gloves. Anyways, I bought this no quarter issue number 61 July 2015. They had this on a rack at a place at the Berlin Market in New Jersey. There's a little hobby shop in there. I hope it's still there. But I looked at some of these miniatures, stuff like that, and I was looking at this game called War Machine. And I was like, okay, I had this magazine because I was thinking about doing my own war game, and I just needed some like inspiration or some concepts built in. And I thought, this doesn't seem too bad. Then about a couple of weeks ago, I'm looking through it. I'm looking through it, and I'm thinking, what? Let me see if they have the book. I mean, I saw the books at the place, but I didn't know exactly what they were. I didn't know. They just seemed like these soft covers. I didn't know if they were the core rules books. So I decided to go on eBay, and they actually had War Machine Prime. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. War Machine Prime core book. And I'm going through this, and I'm like going, okay, this is pretty interesting. And what had happened was, well, like I said, I ordered it, and I wanted to find out a little bit more. So I found Wargamer Girl. Her name is Miranda. If you don't know who she is, I suggest you check her out. She's very good. She goes through a lot of the playing of this game. At least, I think, 10 scenarios. About 10 scenarios. Not necessarily in this book, but other scenarios that came out. And you get to use these things called war jacks, which are, I guess, they're these mechanical steampunk things that use magic. And believe it or not, this is funny. Um, the magazine costs more than this on eBay. I know because it was like for $3.19, and then you add in postage, and it basically it was relatively cheap. So then I'm thinking, I'm looking up the miniatures, and I kept thinking to myself, these miniatures are expensive. They are really, really expensive. And I kept looking up ways to, like, maybe do a substitute. And I realized you could do a lot of stuff on the cheap. And if you go to the right places, the right stores, and to use a warjack, um, I decided at a place, a video game store, they had this thing for $1.99, and I got one of these things, the Skylanders kind of figures. I figured, you know what? It's a warjack. Technically, I could say it's a warjack if I want to use it on a playmat that I've actually had for like 20-something years. And also, if I ever get the Hordes book, I could use this for the creatures that they got there. This cost me $1.99 at a store that was right next to the video game store. And I also wound up getting, let's see, about 6 other figures for $1.99. They were D&D figures. I got a Warcaster here. I don't know, he looks like a ninja. You can see him. And like I said, I got about 7 technically of these D&D figures. Like I said, I got the playmat, and also, if you really know what you're doing, you could quite literally go to like a Dollar Tree store. They have those folding cardboard things that most people might use to do presentations. But if you fold it out, you could actually make a couple of maps out of it. And you could go to your local Walmart and get the some paint to paint it up. Each of these cost me about 89 cents. So for a game, if I needed to start one, again, I've got I'll say my two war machines right here. I got a couple of warcasters, little figurines. Technically, this entire setup cost me under just about under $35. Just under $35. Like I said, this is gaming on the cheap. I mean, if you are just getting into it, this is one of the best things to do. Go on eBay, get a core book, get some figurines, the ones that you can find that are cheap. Gives you a feel for it until you're fully ready to invest in a full-fledged game. Also, it would help if you found people to play with you too, because it's kind of boring if you're just there by yourself. Well, that's about all. Like this video, leave a comment below if you have any suggestions. Let me know. Until then, y'all have a good one. I'm Filter, and I am out of here.